Iran's nuclear program is a major security concern for the United States, but the U.S. itself is partly to blame here. In fact, it gave Iran its first nuclear reactor. It's still active in Tehran today. Iran signed a deal with the U.S. in 1957. It was part of a broader plan called Atoms for Peace.
The atomic age has moved forward at such a pace that every citizen of the world should have some comprehension, at least in comparative terms, of the extent of this development, of the utmost significance to every one of us.
The United States gave reactors, fuel, and scientific training to developing countries like Iran. In exchange, the countries agreed to use their new technology only for peaceful civilian purposes. The program is still criticized today. Iran then signed the Non-Proliferation Treaty, and by the mid-70s, Iran was developing a nuclear power program fast. The Shah called for a full-fledged nuclear industry with a budget of $1.3 billion by 1977. The country struck deals with lots of major powers, including millions invested by France and West Germany. But then in 1979, the Iranian Revolution put it all on hold. Plus, the war with Iraq in 1980 consumed Iran's resources. That's where things shifted a bit. Western involvement in Iran's nuclear program dwindled. So Iran turned to other powers. In the 80s and 90s, the country got crucial technology from Pakistan, uranium from China, and signed several deals with Russia. By the early 2000s, President Clinton became worried about Russia's involvement and the possibility of secret nuclear weapon development. The U.S. got proof in 2002. An Iranian council revealed undeclared nuclear facilities working on uranium enrichment. In 2003, Iran agreed to stop as a way to build confidence. But that didn't happen. Within a year, all signs pointed to Iran stocking up on uranium, more than they would need for just an energy program. 2006, the UN Security Council votes unanimously to impose harsh economic sanctions on Iran. Its economy struggled, but decades of tension eased in 2013 when 6 powers and Iran reached a temporary agreement about the country's nuclear program. Basically, Western countries would loosen economic measures if Iran backed off its nuclear program.
Good evening.
Then, 20 months of talk led to the landmark Iran nuclear deal in 2015. It's called the JCPOA. It was designed to last for 15 years, and it hammered out the final details of that 2013 deal.
Today, because America negotiated from a position of strength and principle, we have stopped the spread of nuclear weapons in this region.
President Trump called it a bad deal from the beginning and pulled the U.S. out in May 2018.
At the heart of the Iran deal was a giant fiction that a murderous regime desired only a peaceful nuclear energy program. Today, we have definitive proof that this Iranian promise was a lie.
Iran and other European countries are still on board, at least for now. Though the U.S. might have brought atomic energy into the country decades ago, it was Iran that turned to other powers for help and concealed major nuclear activities. Out of sight, but not overlooked.